Island Master. Anyway. Let's go deal with the rat people. I can still hear them, like, dancing about over there, and I still fear and wonder what's going on. Oh, hey. I'm alive. The person who would be alive would be... skeleton figure. I'm the strongest. Pick the skeleton. I can walk. I can't fly. Neat. Solution to the puzzle. A bear pelt. What does the bear pelt do? And more crystal flowers. Bear pelt, vitality and resist cold. I think that takes over for the tattered cape, which means we could put a tattered cape on you, which boosts your evasion. Who am I kidding? Give that to the alchemist so we don't have to worry about the alchemist dying nearly as much. This scroll carries the translation to the archives puzzle. And so we are going to dump this translation amongst the recipes so we don't lose it. And now we get to run away with this power gem from the base of the archives, completing every single puzzle with the exception of, I think, one secret area or two. Hooray, let's get out of here. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a freaking minute. Hold on. Just hit me. This forms a path. What path does this lead to? If I were to follow it exactly. Or is this just a piece of flavor? Can't go that way without breaking the path. So keep going. I think this is just a pathway to walk across, but you never know. Like, you never know what they're actually counting on. It's just a guide rail. Something that guides you to certain puzzles and areas. I'd like to think otherwise, but you know what? I don't know. No, it was just... that was me getting... That was me just getting a false positive on a puzzle. Not the first time that's happened. Anyway. The translation for this puzzle. Where's the scroll? Uhu ar lam te e na. I need to get notebook out again. I am not going to remember this. And I could just write this all down for me to deal with later. Or for me to use later, because I'm going to solve both these puzzles now. Mostly because, if I remember correctly, the other puzzle to this doesn't actually have a solution in Grimrock. You just kind of have to guess. Give me a moment, I just need to write this all down. So, the top 4 elements describe movement. directions that you choose to go in. Pretending the frame of reference is from that starting square. So we need to follow these instructions. Forward twice. Left once. Is right twice. Back once. And right, or sorry, left twice. I'm so used to messing up this puzzle though, because I get left and right confused in Grimrock when following these instructions, but we'll figure out, we'll see if I got it right. The easiest way to tell if you got this puzzle right is if you run into a wall, you've done something wrong. You should never be running into a wall when following this puzzle. So, forward twice, left once, right twice, back once, left twice. It was locked a long time ago. Alright, hang on. Here we go, we don't need this anymore. Treasure chests to deal with later. Keep the Warhammer. Actually, we don't need the Warhammer anymore because we're not going to get the stun special effect. Maybe, maybe not. Dear visitor, made it this far already? Splendid. Sealed in this vault are the fragments of that tale that tells a pilgrim from Zafi. My father passed a story to me, and now it is time to pass it forward. That's not the right one to start with. That's the correct one to start with. There we go. That is 4 possible... So the tail here is the key to the cemetery puzzle. You cannot solve the cemetery puzzle until you have that letter, as it tells you what direction to move the key to unlock the cemetery. So now we can, in order, actually go to the cemetery. And I would love to go to the cemetery right now, but I actually have to... I want to do this puzzle because I went through the entirety of Grimrock and never figured out which direction, or how to complete this, because it doesn't actually have a solution or information you can use in Grimrock to figure it out, or to figure out this puzzle. So, from the start, we go right once. Sorry, we go all the way to the right. We go forward twice. Hala is a direction. Hala is rotate left. Once, I believe? Yes, it would have to be. Uhu is forward from that direction twice. Then that's rotate left twice. R is go left once. Bomb is rotate 3 times to the right. And Lam is backwards 3 times. We are only solving this puzzle now, again, because I don't remember if there's any actual way to solve this. I think you learn about Ko sometime later, but you don't actually learn the other directions. At least in the entirety of Grimrock, I don't think it exists anywhere there. So, go all the way to the right. Forward twice, turn left. Forward twice, turn left twice. To the left once, rotate here, and then back up. I messed up somewhere. Hang on. I think that might just be go to the right once. Let's see. Right once. Forward, forward, left. Forward, forward, left, left. Left. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's that annoying puzzle down. And I think we actually get a firearm upgrade out of it, which I would definitely consider worth it, considering we seem to be lacking an ability to actually kill stuff. More lockpicks. Dragon Breath Revolver. And a Potion of Strength, who, at this point, I think we're just going to dump it onto Zarok, because you know what? Why not? Your Dragon Breath Revolver doesn't do a ton of damage, but it has a very, very fast cooldown. Actually. Yeah, so if I want to just dump a ton of lead into someone, I can use the Dragon Breath Revolver. There's also a puzzle all the way back in Twigroot Forest that we can also solve at this point, but at this point I don't feel like that's kind of useful. But we're going to hold on to the Dragon Breath Revolver, because there might be a fight where it becomes handy. We're going to save the game. We don't need to heal or restore ourselves, but we are going to save. And now it's time for a little bit of explanation as to why I'm not going here. The area up ahead is the sewer. This sewer is filled with a lot of water, or underwater sections. This is okay. This is all well and good, actually. However, in addition to having these rat folk before us, there's a lot of horrible, horrible things that await us in addition to the rat folk, because the rat folk are the least of our worries. In addition to these ratmen, with their guns and swords and knives, which will be peppering us from across the entire field, there are also the beginnings of the elementals. We fought an ice elemental, but there's also a few other elemental types we haven't seen, including one that is extremely awful to deal with. The fire elemental is the one I'm referring to, and why I'm saying that the fire shield is something that I really, really need to get my hands on before I decide to continue. I know I like conserving ammunition. I normally like conserving ammunition. But in this case, I think I'm okay. And there's turtle eggs everywhere, which would be great if we had anything that actually scaled off the turtle eggs. What is up with this turtle nesting ground? I mean... Sorry, I thought I lost that dart forever. I saw it just flying off into the distance, and I was about to do the biggest no, God, no of my life. Thankfully, that didn't seem to be the case. We didn't lose it yet. And also, we have a nice little windfall of food to carry us through the remainder of the game. Not the remainder of the game, but the remainder of this exploration. Thank you, all you turtles, for a lovely donation of turtle flesh. and eggs, and other such niceties. I'm curious. I thought I'd find something if I dug up a turtle nest. There is a way forward, but we're not going to explore down it just yet. There's a few places I really wish to explore here first. Although I guess I can get away with eating some pitroot bread, tossing some food around, because people are starting to starve. Wow. That's insulting, I guess. That's incredibly insulting. I could eat more food, but now I feel like this just kind of be a waste. Do I want to make it so he can wear light armor with no penalties and swap his armor around? Or do I want to finally get accuracy, bite the bullet, and hopefully not miss with him again? We're still missing the leather pants. Missing the boots. He doesn't need it yet. Well, no, there's a case to be made that he does need the leather armor. As well, his dexterity being this high... Actually, no, his dexterity being this high is what's allowing him to hit so often. You know what? No. We're going to pump up accuracy. As well, I would love to get athletics. Well, I would love to get athletics for the one-off of a Minotaur so he can be kind of a health tank. I kind of need him to actually be able to connect with his weapons more often than... Because we keep missing, and that's our biggest problem and concern right now, is the sheer number of attacks we keep missing. Anyway, this puzzle isn't too bad. To get access to this chest, we're just gonna go do it real quick. There we go. Alright. Oh, I thought it was going to attack me immediately. Map for another treasure chest and another tome of energy. Well, we're sticking it right on the wizard because he needs it. He needs all the energy in the world. This map will lead us to another treasure chest. Oh, no, never mind. This is the map that leads us to the secret in the sewers. I'm not touching that secret with a 10-foot pole because I don't want to go through the sewers and fight all the fire elementals right now because those things are awful! Sewer access east. Thankfully, there's nothing that can attack us under the water. Sure, I can store more food, why not? You can never have enough of the stuff at this point. God, this is where they've really expected lizardmen to shine. It's a lot of ether weed as well for energy. I forgot this was the return of the wargs. Yeah, well, I guess we have to go back and restore one of our farmers to life. caught me off guard. I genuinely forgot that the wargs returned at this point as the bigger and badder beasties. I was actually remembering a different enemy entirely when I was going to deal with them. Or when I went over there, I was remembering a completely different enemy that we're going to have to face. The warg meat. Why did I pot? I don't know why I put it in your inventory. Alright, there are several power gems around here that we're going to make use of soon, or that we're going to go collect. As of right now, we don't need to do so just yet, but I just needed to make you guys aware of it, because we can see one right now, just barely beyond our reach. Legend of Kilhagen. On his way to Ascension, Kilhagen roamed the island in search of the hidden shrine. A year passed, and then 10. After a very long time, did the old Kilhagen finally understand the nature of his error. The gate was revealed not by the most complex, but the most balanced spell of them all. Hello! Will you die, please? Drop dead, please. Talk about aggressive little beastie. And I also sent a shot, dart careening off into the distance. Let's just go and collect that real quick. It is getting harder and harder to continue with all this garbage. Going to need to find something else soon to keep us going. More health potions, get lucky with the alchemist and get a bunch of blood drop caps. Or maybe level up his alchemy skill enough where we can actually start getting the big health potions. Trust me, this stuff is not working out. Anyway, that is the main hint that allows you to find the secret of balance. Or the secret final shrine to the game. Which you can technically unlock right now. I think we actually have barely enough gems to do it. Yeah, this would have been the way to originally get through that entire nightmare. And maybe I might want to swap to the Dragon Breath revolver, were it not for the fact that I still am afraid for my ammunition, considering what the later fights are going to look like. We are almost at late game. Almost. Not quite. God, no. We are not there yet. So this is the next hub portal. I don't remember where the key hides. I would love to go and grab it as soon as I can, but... well, that's going to take a lot of exploration. God, I hear the dogs. Alright, well, if the dogs try to come near me, I'll just start blasting them at a distance. Heard that. He's nearby. There you are! There you are, you bloody monster. Oh god, there's two of you. No, 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 no. We're leaving. No, there's not two of you. He just outmaneuvered me. Right, there's no ammunition for this. running right into him. Can you die? There we go, finally. So these things are getting more and more terrifying tonight. No energy regen. That sucks for you, actually. I mean, hey, we've spent a lot of energy, so we can finally toss some food around and maybe, just maybe, get the level ups we so desperately are looking for. I go for more heavy weapons on you. Zarok Koius. Heavy weapons or actual armor? Might actually want to make use of some of the special attacks now, so I think going for improvements to the heavy weapons ability of our forces is probably for the best. And then while I would love to boost fire magic, I think I'm just going to A, spend your magic and discover these spells. And finally, put an end to our incessant need to carry around torches. Because the light spell is ours. Now with these injuries, I'm going to go and just slap that healing crystal real quick, and we'll be back into this nightmare once more, because there's still one more enemy type that we're going to soon uncover. Just for being in this area, and boy does that enemy type suck. I was hoping that that crystal would be fixed by now. Alright, I guess we'll just sit here and wait. There we are. Anyway, metric ton of food acquired. We now have the ability to actually see where we're going. I just realized we're probably going to need to grab more potions, considering how poorly those fights are going for us. However, I'm starting to get afraid that we're getting too liberal with our usage of potions, and that we are just going to end up messing ourselves up by not having enough blood drop caps to make greater healing potions when our alchemist is able to do so. Crystal mines. Flashbacks intensifying. Best race and team combination. I guess the highest amount of cheese you could pull off, you would have to have one, somewhere in those races, you would have to have one Ratling with mutation, one Insectoid Wizard because they have quickness, because they have strong mind and quickness for being insectoids, and they also have the willpower bonus. And I think one Lizard Fighter. That way you get the special food bonuses covered and you have the stat gains covered. Minotaur frontline with Headhunter and Rage. Have him be a Minotaur fighter for melee. The Ratling will probably be an archer of some kind, as guns are okay, but they're not really that insane unless you take the awesome but really very impractical cannonball. So a Ratling archer, Insectoid Wizard, and the Lizardman can be an option of different types of frontliners. Like, there's different styles of frontline combat you can do. And you might actually have the Ratling start off as an alchemist, because an alchemist allows you to create infinite potions, in theory. Or at least you can trade food for potions. You can also trade one of the starting classes in to be a farmer instead, and simply dump food on the farmer whenever you want him to level up, because a farmer will eventually outstrip the levels of whoever the backline person is, simply because it takes forever to level up. That's probably the best way to build, like, a power team that just will not fail. House of Braids, I remember. The House of Braids is a very annoying puzzle that I don't want to deal with right now. I just dealt with you. No more wolves. I'm tired of dealing with them. Alright. You! No! No, don't you dare! Get us out of here. Get us out! Immediately! Get out of my face! I didn't expect him to come around. Alright. I could stop messing up. Ability. Like, my movement. The only thing I'm messing up is I'm occasionally hitting very, very wrong buttons at the wrong time. And so I'm failing to just dodge the attacks I should be able to dodge. Anyway, as with anything Grimrock related, as long as you understand how to dodge most attacks or dodge most of the effects of the AI, you'll be fine. Break this open. There was no reason to do that whatsoever other than because I felt like it. I have another blood drop cap. We have more ether weed because, you know what, why not? We always have more ether weed. And we're not going to be able to open up this shrine just yet. Orb of Wilson! Wilson! I'll hold on to you. The extra skill point, like, the one extra skill point rarely matters. I don't actually remember the human-specific trait, though, which might... Because I think the human-specific trait where they gain additional, the human-specific trait where they gain additional experience compared to everyone else is actually probably the main reason why you would take a human. Although I don't remember if they still have that trait. Alright, we need to go revive our wizard from the dead, so if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go run back to the sewers. I don't think it's a Grimrock 1 exclusive. I just don't remember what they changed on their skill points, because this is just a joke run. I chose these races because I thought they'd be funny, and I wanted to try out a Ratling.